So, you guys can see that I have my front passenger corner pretty much apart. The problem that I'm running into with my sway bar not coming off is that Ford, in their infinite wisdom, decided to press these bolts into, or press or spot weld them into the support here. So I can't get a ratchet on the back side, and even if I could get a ratchet on the back side, it's just a flathead bolt. And they spin. So I've got to ask my dad what he thinks I should do, and I may end up cutting them and just getting new brackets and bolts if I can find them. Otherwise, this corner is all apart and ready to be cleaned up. I've got to strip the brake line back a little more and blasted and repainted. This corner I'm having quite a bit of fun with. I've got the ball joint and everything popped out, but the bolts on the control arm are quite tight, so those will be fun to get out, and you can see my rust a little bit better here now that I've got everything out of the way. But it's not through, it's just heavy surface rust, so a good blaster will take care of that. And I'm glad I'm not going to take the K-member out, because these bolts are really rotted. Well, not so much rotted that they're not going to hold anything, but they're just, the heads are rotted off of them where I can't get a ratchet on them easily, so. Well, I got my springs out of each corner, and the struts are off, knuckles are off, but the knuckle caliper rotor strut combination pair here does not want to come apart. It's so rusty, so I'm going to have my dad put some heat to the bolts here. You guys can see it's all pretty rusted together. You can see the bolts here starting to round because I put the, even though I put a 15mm 6-point socket on it, they still didn't want to budge, so let's put some heat to it. Oh, and I now have to put some heat to it. And the shields are all cracked and rotted. I also got the ball joints out, and I cut the end link on this side, and you can also see the bushings are kind of worn, so I'm going to replace those while I got the control arms out. And eventually, when I pick up my sandblaster, I'm going to blast these and paint them so they look nice. Of course, the roads around here in the winter are going to make a mess of them again anyway, but that'll protect them for a little while longer. And the same with the knuckles, probably. I'm going to replace the bearings too. And the springs will be new, the calipers will all be new. I'm going to try and paint everything on this build so that it stays fresh a little while longer.